Hi everybody, it's Joseph over at Synergy 17. Um, you've probably heard Kevin talk a lot about trapping, or other people call it underlap or overlap. I'm going to kind of explain and show what that actually is. So that way, I know when he does the example, sometimes there's a lot of characters and there's a lot of contour, and it's kind of hard to see some of the things that are happening. So we're going to do it really, try to explain it with just simple two letters. So let's go ahead and start. All right, I'm going to take J, hit Control D, duplicate that, and let's see, okay, make it just another color so you can see the difference. So one thing to learn is that depending on which item you select second when you trim has a different effect. So I'm going to convert these from characters or typable fonts to curves. So now they're objects. So you can still see that these two are on top. And normally if you're doing regular vinyl, you can cut out the two letters and put one on top of it, not a problem. But when you're doing glitter, as he mentions, you can't overlap it because it won't stick. So what he likes to do is, let's go to wireframe, is he likes to trim it here, but then you have stretchability and you might see the shirt underneath it, so you want to underlap it or overlap the top one over the other one. So let me show you what happens. If I select this character and then select this character and I hit trim, you can see that how it cut that away. I'll undo that. If I select this one and then select this one second and trim, you get a different result. So it is important that when you do your trimming, you select which one you actually want to trim from the other one. It's not about what's on top and what's on bottom, it's how you select them. So that means that, let's say I want the C to be, I'm going to do shift page down, put it in the background. So now we're looking at it this way. So what we want to do is, I want to cut this C, I'm switching back and forth. I want to cut this C, but I don't want to trim it right here. I want to trim it a little further into the J. So let me show you one more time. I'm going to trim that. Whoops, wrong one. J, then the C. If I trim that, it's right up against it, and that's not what we want. We want to overlap it or underlap it a little bit. So what we're going to do is we take this J, we choose a contour tool, and I'm going to do 0.03 is good enough for me, and I'm going to go to the inside of the J. Okay, so now you see this inside here. I'm going to click on it and break it apart. So now I have a J inside of a J. I'm going to undo it so you can see I have a J inside the J. Well, we want to actually cut this C to this inside, and I'll show you what happens. So I'm going to choose the J on the inside and then the C, and then I trim it. You can now see that this, now I'm going to take this piece and throw it away. So now you can see that there's a little tiny underlap underneath the J. So I'm going to turn off the wireframe view so you can actually see that it is tucked underneath it. And that's kind of the main reason. If you try to butt it up and then not do the underlap, if your shirt stretches, you'll see the shirt in between the letters. So that's the kind of the main reason why you do an underlap or overlap, however you want to call it. But it's pretty simple. You can watch the video again. You're just going to contour one of them and then trim the underneath letter with the inside contour. Okay?